There are lots of construction noises this morning. My neighbors are constructing their wall right against my wall, and so occasionally it may get very loud, and we'll just roll with the flow. That's part of what we do, right? Try to rise above the distractions. So hopefully the distractions in my background will be great. I know Zoom tries to do a good job of lowering the distractions audibly. Let's bring our hands into the heart. Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Namaste. Just notice for a moment where you're making contact with the floor. Your hips, your knees, your feet, your legs, everything that's making contact in the floor, and try to relax it for just a moment. Just let it go. And then out of that solid base, try to find the spine rising up. Pull the belly into the spine as you exhale. And then let a few inhales grow you up a little bit until you occupy just a centimeter of space above your head. The exhale, the belly stays into the spine. You can do a chest breath. Belly stays to the spine and just spreading the ribs side to side. One more breath, just noticing the solidity of the base and the length of the spine. And then taking a soft gaze or letting your eyes close, maybe dropping your head in a little bit, just relaxing the neck, back the neck long. With gratitude, we salute all the great yoga masters, past and present. Special prayer of thanksgiving for Baba Haridas. With joy, we recognize the excellent wisdom teachings of yoga, Ayurveda. And with vigor, we dedicate ourselves to self-transforming practice. So for just a moment, think of what you need out of your practice this morning. What is your intention, your sankalpa? And repeat that silently to yourself 3 times. And then thinking of someone or something to which to offer up your practice today. Someone who needs a little energy, someone you'd like to honor, give them that energy. And then letting those 2 thoughts drop from your mind down into your heart space. We'll bring them back at the end of practice. And if you can, join me in an Om. Exhaling the breath all the way out. Relaxing the belly, inhale. And letting your eyes flutter open. Good, and so just sitting still for a moment with your hands resting on your knees, palms facing down. And let your arms be relaxed. Try not to stretch them out where you're feeling it. Just put your hands down, relax your arms. Good, for just a moment. Now notice your shoulder blades. Where are they? Are they resting? Are your shoulders soft and relaxed? Very gently, just begin to lift the left shoulder up. The arm's gonna draw up, everything's gonna draw up, just lifting. And then without releasing it, slowly, with lots of control, let it down. Left shoulder coming down, very slowly. And then depress it down, past the shoulder girdle, past the shoulder girdle, as far as you can go down, pressing it. And then don't let it bounce back, control it. Let it come back into neutral. And then relax the left shoulder. Okay, right shoulder, begin to draw it up gently, slowly, slower the better. Slowly, just draw it up with lots of control. Don't drop it. Slowly, begin to come back into neutral. Just let your hand slide along your leg. Maybe your elbow has to bend if your pants are slick. And then take the shoulder down, depress it. Good. Just take it down as far as you can take it down. And again, don't let it bounce back. With control, bring it back. Good. And then both shoulders relatively even. Take your shoulders toward me for a minute. Just roll them forward. Take them up to the ceiling. Take them back behind you. We're making 4 points on a diamond. And then down to the bottom. And then relax to neutral. Okay? Now that was a diamond. We actually stopped at those points. Now I want you to see if you can make a circle. But first, let's go back. So up with the diamond. Back with the diamond. Down with the diamond. Forward with the diamond. Let's go up again, and then don't drop. Just relax. Now try to do a circle. Forward and up and back and down. Let your elbows relax. Forward and up. If you get to a rough place, back up. Grab it and go past it. Okay, keeping it slow and smooth. And the next time you get up into the front, just drop back and let it relax. And now let's go back. Back, down, forward, and up. Back, down, forward, and up. Back, down, forward, and up. Up as far as you can get it. And then don't drop it again. Let the shoulder blades relax down the back. Good. Then go ahead and take your left arm out to the side. Good. And then take the palm toward me for a moment. Palm toward me, thumb reaching up. And then take the thumb and the palm facing down. And then take the thumb and the palm to the back of your room. Okay, facing away from you. This is internal rotation. Bend the elbow. And then place that arm back behind you. See if you can reach over a little bit to the right side. As far as you can reach, you can use your right arm and help it a little bit. Just see where you can reach. And then taking your right arm out, flip the palm. Now this is going to stay in external rotation. So palm toward me, flip it away. Let's come up, all the way up, close to the ear. So if you have, you can take it back if you need to, and then close to the ear. Just moving it back. Bend the elbow. And just see if you can touch the fingertips. And if you can't, no big deal. But don't compromise your shoulder girdle. Don't take one up and one down. Keep them both even. Good. And then release and just shake out the arms. Good. Okay. Relax. So we're going to do the other side. Okay. And let's switch legs. Don't forget, let's switch legs. Whatever leg you had in front, put the other one in front. If you're sitting on your heels, move something, sit on a block. Change your seat a little bit for this next side. Good. So arm, palm facing down. First toward me, then facing down, and then facing back. Okay, that's our internal rotation. If you want to continue to flip it a little more, that's good. Gives you a little bit more rotation. Get the fingers somewhere over close to the left side. Wherever you can get them is fine. And then this arm is going to go opposite. So flip the palm up into external rotation from the shoulder. Flip the palm from the shoulder. Draw it up nice and close. Bend the elbow. And again, see if you have something back there, but don't counterwhack your shoulders. Keep them all nice and even. Both elbows reaching up and down, away from one another. Belly to spine. Keep your low back healthy and happy. One more breath. Good. And then on the next exhale, we're going to release it and then shake out the arms. Good. Relax your arms for a moment. Great. And then just lean back for a minute, okay? I want us to work for a little bit on the hip joint for just a moment. I'm just going to get off my blanket and come back a little bit so you can see my feet. Okay, so holding on to the right leg as if it were a unit, just take it back and forth a little bit, side to side, side to center, back and forth. Right. And then take the heel in close to your groin and take it up and down a little. As a unit, move the whole thing together. Good. And then take it to the other side. So just take it back as much as is comfortable. Bring it back as much as is comfortable. This is internal rotation. Good. Okay. And then just leave the right leg alone. Grab the left and taking it just back and forth initially. Keep your body stable, so don't let your body go. Just the leg. Moving the femur in the acetabulum. Good. And then take the heel in a little closer to your groin and up and down a little. Good. Okay. And then our internal rotation. Just as much as is comfortable. You don't have to go this whole way, whatever's comfortable. Remember, ahimsa, non-harming, and it starts with ourself. Good. And now soles of the feet together. Bring yourself up off the floor, shake out your bottom, and set yourself way down between your hands, wherever you had your hands. Good. And now you probably, hopefully, have a diamond shape there. A nice big diamond. Playing with our toes for just a second to get some strength in our ankles. So spread your toes apart, keep the soles of the feet together. You should see a nice big arch on both feet. And then little toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, big toe, touch. Pull away, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. One more time. Little toe, second, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe. And again, pull it away. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Okay? Really see the arch. Press, press, press. And then bring your legs up. Toe, big toe knuckles together. Heels are apart. Very important. Heels are apart. Good. And then stretch out through your heels. But keep your heels on the floor. So strengthening into the hamstrings. Push your heels away from you, but on the floor. Good. So Dandasana, staff pose. So this is a very active pose. Our legs are active. Our quadriceps are active. Our feet are flexed. So all of the muscles on our tibia are active. Good. And then let's take our arms up overhead. Just swim the arms up overhead. Good. And as you exhale, keep your legs exactly where they are. Take your torso over to the left. We're doing it on an exhale first. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Inhale, come up. So keep your hands and put your hands into your heart for a moment. So you may notice that I stayed looking at you the whole time. Not necessarily because I didn't want to take my head into it, but a lot of times we'll twist and we'll think just by taking your head, we've twisted. Your head is super mobile, so I want you to use your sternum, okay? And this time we're going to give ourselves something against which to resist. Press into your sit bones, press out through your heels, keep the heels firmly on the floor, touch your quadriceps, make sure they're strong and engaged. Good, and then arms up overhead. As you exhale, reach into your sit bones, ground down. Inhale, lift, hold the breath, twist to the left, and exhale, release the breath. Inhale, breath. Exhale, release the breath. Staying in the twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. One more time. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, return back to the center. Good. Hands into the heart. Great. Again, ground down through your sit bones. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach down, grow some roots. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower back to the center. Good. Bend your knees, put your feet firmly on the floor. Hug into your knees for just a moment. Good. Lift your toes and just get into the feet. Make sure you can see arches. Supposedly, the outside arches are about half of the arches on the inside. So just see if you even have an outside arch. Lift your toes, keep the feet solid. Good. And then let's come into table pose. Good. So finding our table, making sure our wrists are underneath our shoulders, our knees are falling right out of the hip joint, and we're nice and comfortable there. Press into all the fingers. Lift the palm of the hand. So as if the palm of the hand, you couldn't see the center of it, like a gecko in an aquarium. So the center of the palm is lifted and you're pressing into all the fingers. Good. So take a couple of cat poses. You decide how you want your breath. You can exhale or inhale with either. Letting your head be an extension, curling in one direction and then the other. You decide how you want your breath. And come into neutral. So we're going to do a side balance, and we're going to do it very carefully, so you have to pay close attention to what I'm saying. Extend back your left foot. Just extend your left foot back behind you, directly behind you. And then walk it over until it's right behind your right toes. So maybe look back and see. They make a long line, and you are not on a train track now. You are on a slalom ski, okay, one ski. We're going to pivot out the whole of the right leg at the bottom. Pivot out and fall onto the inside of the left foot. Come up. Good. Breathing, just looking to the side. And then cartwheel the arm over. Unpivot the leg and draw your left leg back where it goes. Okay? We're going to do the other side. Reach back. Your right foot, just reach it back. Put it on the slalom ski right behind the left foot. Pivot out the left calf and roll onto the inside of the right foot and reach onto the other side. Just a nice side balance, preparing us for a Vashistasana, for a side balance. Good. And then cartwheel the arm over. Pivot the leg back into neutral. Release your right leg. Good. And then take a cat arch and stay there for 3 or 4 breaths. Arching and refining your arch, pulling the belly closer to the spine with each exhale. Inhaling and filling out the back ribs. Breathing. Good. And then slowly come into neutral. Come into neutral, come into neutral, come into neutral. And then take the arch in the other direction. 4 breaths right there. Curling the back of the head to the tailbone, tailbone to the back of the head. Breathing. Press into your hands, big fingers. Press into the toes, the toenails on the floor, or the toes that are curled under, whichever's most comfortable. And then on your next inhale, come to neutral. And then let's come up to kneeling. Good. You might want to block for this. You might decide you'd like a block, so you can have one if you have one close. Great, okay. So initially just extending out your right leg to the side. Abducting the right leg out to the side. Toes are facing me. Toes are facing me. Good. And then if you have a block, you're welcome to put it in any way that's comfortable and just lean over for a moment. I'm just looking for a line, a Tadasana on top of your bent left leg, okay? Flex the foot, look down, make sure you look like you normally look in Tadasana so you can see your toes, not much else. And if you have big breasts, you can't see your toes, but you know they're there, okay? And then if you'd like, raise your arm and hand. So a modified Vashistasana, but a nice long Tadasana over that standing leg. Good. Excellent. And then go ahead and press off. Come back into neutral. While we're there, just bend the knee, place it into a warrior 2 pose, right underneath your ankle, right underneath your knee. Good. And let's just take the arms out to the side and gaze in. Good. Just a kneeling warrior. And then take the arms up overhead, flip the palms, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands into the heart. And release the leg. Take your block to the other side if you'd like it. You can always have a longer, you can have more power to your Vashistasana on this side if you want, okay? So abduct the left leg. Toes are pointing toward me. Toes are pointing toward me. Heel is right behind the second, third toe. You can lift the toes. Good. And then slowly, we're going to look for that Tadasana-like line. So I'm going to lift the leg and look for my Tadasana. A long line of energy. I can see the toes on the front of the chest. Good. And so if I didn't have the block, I would need to go down further to have my Tadasana. So you decide where you are, but you need a long line. So this is a little less effort, and I'm fine right here. Good. Long line of energy. You can go ahead and raise the arm up. Kneeling, Vashistasana. Kneeling Ardha, Vashistasana, half. Great. And then just push off. All the way up. And then take our knee into our warrior two stance. So knee over your ankle. Sweep the arms up, gazing out over the left fingers. Breathe. And then on your next inhale, arms overhead, gaze toward me, exhale, hands into the heart. Great. And then just release the left leg. Excellent. Take a seat, hips going back to the heels, hips going back to the heels. If that's not comfortable, just stick a block between your ankles or a pillow over your heels, between your heels and your hips. A nice big fat pillow often helps. Good, just breathing. Excellent. And then let's curl our toes under and come up to a squat, okay? Good. Up to a nice squat. Good. Hands are on the floor, just looking, releasing, finding your squat. Make sure you can release for a moment your pelvic basket. Just for a moment, relax the anal sphincter, relax the perineum, relax everything there for a moment. Good. Leaning forward a little bit still. And then as we start to come up and do a toe balance, you need to lift your perineum, lift the anal sphincter, lift the whole pelvic floor, belly to spine, breath in the chest, not in the belly. Toe balance. Good. And then let's take the arms out to the side, and for just a moment, we're going to do a little twist here. But make sure belly button below doesn't move, and the twist is happening only in your torso. We're going to twist on an inhale. So exhale, rooting down. Inhale, twisting to the left. Exhale, back to center. 3 times to the left. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Now to the right. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. And then let's try to stand up just for a moment. Good. On your toes, still on the ball of the foot. Then relax into the whole leg. Great. Just spread apart for a moment. Wiggle your hips. And then coming over into a long line of energy. Sit bones reaching back behind you, tailbone reaching back behind you, pubic bone reaching back behind you. The whole pelvic floor is behind you. Your spine is long. You can just rest your hands on your sacrum, on your hips, wherever you'd like. Make sure your heels are out far enough to support your legs and your feet. Knees and second toe facing forward. Gazing at the floor for a moment. Breathe. Spread the sit bones. And then on your next exhale, come up. Good. So if you are inverting, you can go all the way over. Those of you who are not inverting, so if you're on the first 3 days of your cycle, if you have glaucoma, any eye pressure problems, uncontrolled blood pressure, you are staying long, okay? So come on over, everybody long. Those who are not inverting, please stay here and breathe. Take your gaze a little bit forward. And those who are inverting, come all the way over. Let the spine round and be long. Just rest your hands on your sacrum. Fingers interlaced. Elbows can be held as well. Breathe. And then on your next inhale, coming up, back where you were, long spine, parallel to the floor, and then exhale all the way up. Everybody coming up together. Great. Let's heel toe, heel toe, heel toe together. Good. And then coming back down into our toe balance. So into the toe balance here, okay? We're going to put our hands on the floor and we're going to slide into a little baby cobra or a sphinx. So sphinx is when you have your elbows on the floor and forearms completely on the floor. So you decide you're going to slide down into either a cobra or a sphinx. So walking yourself and sliding down. Sphinx or cobra. Lay your feet out. Toenails are all 10 toenails are on the floor. Heels facing up. I'm going to lay my head down so you can see. My heels are facing right up, not toward each other and not away from each other. So make sure you have your heels toward the ceiling. Good. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, lower forehead or chin to touch. Inhale, coming up. Pull the belly up toward the spine. Exhale, lower, chin to touch, breathing only in the chest, belly to spine. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lower. You can be in Sphinx or Cobra. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Good. And then curl the toes under. And everybody, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Take a nice inhale. Keep your knees on the floor. Press up. Press all the way up. Good. Knees are on the floor. Excellent. And then press back through your heels into plank. So your knees made you long. Go back to your knees. So from the side, it's a long plank. Back to your knees and then into plank. Okay? Back to your knees. Pull the belly in. Don't drop. Don't drop your shoulders. Don't drop your belly. Don't drop your hips in. Everything's engaged. You're in Tadasana with bent knees. Tadasana, bent knees. Press through the heels. Tadasana, no bent knees. Lower your knees. One more time. Tadasana. And release. Hips to the heels. If you're not inverting, you're just looking forward here in frog pose. If you're inverting, you can continue down and put your forehead or chin on the floor. Relax your elbows. Be soft. And then as you inhale, begin to gaze out past your fingers. Come right back up. So your knees are long. You've got a lot of space, okay? Hips are lifted and yet lower. So you are not drooping into anything. Belly is towards your spine. Again, press into plank and then lower. Good. So maybe for a moment, just sit back and watch, okay? Because I want you to see that you have options here. So we're going to move into Vashistasana, side plank. So pressing through the heels, I'm going to lean to one side and stack the feet and lift. Tadasana, but my upper foot is pressing as much as my lower foot. Now, let me show you the variations, okay? Before I go, I step in my foot closest to me and roll. So I have a very firm and stable leg here, okay? So that's just a matter of stepping in a foot, begin to roll onto the foot that's at the end and side plank, okay? So, or you can do the whole side plank. So ready? So find your spot with your arms and your space long, okay? Reach through both feet. Go ahead and take the knee, if you want help, take the knee toward me, bend it, put the foot on the floor, roll onto the inside of the back leg, outside of the back leg, and reach into Vashistasana. Good. Lift the belly, press away, press into the hand, and then cartwheel the arm over. Come back into your, looks like a runner's lunge. Reach back all the way into plank, bend the knees, and rest. Good. So either looking forward or inverting. And then inhaling, looking forward. We're going to do the other side. I'm just going to switch so you can still see me. You can switch it or do the other side and take it away from me. So I have to walk my knees back so I can stay in that long space so that when I curl my toes under, I have plank, okay? So either just rocking on to the side and doing side plank, or bending the other knee, putting the foot on the floor, rolling onto the outside of the back foot and stacking the front leg. Press away. So I have a relationship knee to ankle. Press away. Good. And then cartwheel the arm, come back up, press through, all the way through to plank. Drop to the knees and rest. Either looking forward in frog pose or releasing into child's pose. You can even release your arms back by your legs and hands by your feet. Go ahead and bring your hands wherever they are, a little closer underneath your shoulders, and use the strength of your arms to press up. Good. And then slowly making your way into a seated pose for just a moment. Great. Just finding a comfortable seat. Go ahead and place your left hand on the floor, right hand reaching in. And then bend your left elbow and reach over to the left side. Reach, reach, reach. Get really long. This place just contracted a lot for your Vashistasana. So just reaching and then exhale, press yourself back up. Good. Right hand on the floor. Raise your left arm up toward the ceiling. Lift the palm toward the right, and then bend the right elbow and reaching to the right. Giving a lot of stretch to the intercostals, to the serratus. Just reaching, 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 reaching. Good, and then press up. And then a seated cat. Press away, and then press forward. Exhale, belly to spine. Inhale. One more set. Exhale, belly to spine, curl. And inhale. Good. And then release, shake out your arms. Just be still for a moment before we lie down. We're going to move into our recline poses, but first just being still, noticing sit bones, noticing your shoulder blades, noticing your neck, your chest, your belly. Where's your breath? And then on your next inhale, letting your eyes flutter open. Good. Press into your sit bones for a moment. Lean back just a little. Good. And then come up onto your knees, and we're going to go all the way down to the floor on our bellies. So everybody in Sphinx pose for a moment with the legs far apart. Off the mat, toenails onto the floor, relax. Good. Press into the forearms, lift your belly toward the spine. Then relax your belly. Exhale, lift your belly toward the spine. Relax your belly. It's important that we have our legs apart. Exhale, belly toward your spine. Inhale, relax the belly. One more time. Exhale, belly toward spine. And inhale, relax the belly. Wing out your elbows and go down onto your ribs. Good, make a little pillow with your hand, putting your chin on your hand pillow. Breathing. Relax your belly. Take a full breath, belly to chest. Good. And then coming up, just pressing into your forearms to come up a little bit. Walk your legs back into alignment. So your feet are about 1 fist width apart, or 2, whatever's your hip distance. And then looking forward, good. Sweep the arms back behind you. And then lift the arms. So the arms are lifted, upper chest is lifted, belly is on the floor. Draw the belly into the spine, keep the back firm. Belly into spine. Good. And then slowly and gently release your right arm to the floor. Left arm, sweep it around, lift your right leg. Bring the left arm down to the floor, release the right leg. Sweep around the right arm, lift the left leg. Sweep back the arm and release the leg. So a couple of swimming. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Just one more round. Good. Both legs are on the floor. Excellent. Relax completely, Advasana. Just let go, let go, let go. Turn your head to the other side. So if you do invert, this is our time to invert. I'm going to recommend today's inversion be mountain pose, often called downward facing dog. That's a wonderful inversion. You are welcome to do anything you like. Headstand, shoulder stand, Viparita Mudra, anything you like. If you're not inverting, please stay a little longer in Advasana. The body really loves sinking into the floor on the belly and letting everything roll off to the side. But meanwhile, the rest of us are going to invert. So headed into your inversion for 2 full minutes. Feel free at any time to come out of it. You can shift forward into plank and back into mountain. You can walk the mountain. You can do anything that relieves the stress of the body, of the mind. Just seeing if you can hold an inversion. This is a weight-bearing pose. Excellent for creating new bone, for increasing our strength. Feel free to shift into plank and back into mountain or walk the mountain. Anything you need to do. You can also drop to your knees and be in puppy pose. If you do drop to your knees, you'll need to walk your hands out quite a bit further. Find that same length in the spine, traction in the spine. Head is soft and released. You cannot see your heels. They are completely hidden by your ankles and your foot. Press into the floor. Shift the weight back into the heels. Don't dump into the wrist. Ten more seconds. And drop to your knees and decide, do you want to go back into child for a moment? Do you want to come into Advasan for a moment? And how do you want to take your final pose? Advasan or Shavasana? Advasan on your belly, heels just rocked out and soft, whole body soft. Or Shavasana on your back. You decide. Relaxing and giving yourself up to the floor. See if you can surrender body, mind to the floor. If you're on your head, if you're on your belly, shift your head to the other side. Just take your head to the other side. Surrender your shoulders, belly, hips. See if you have your jaw working. Relax anything you can relax. Letting your shoulders sink into the floor. One last moment. Legs and feet sink into the floor wherever you are. Giving up the body into the floor. One last moment wherever you are. And then slowly and gently bringing movement into the face, into the nose and the ears and the eyes and the mouth. And then swimming the fingers, twinkling the toes, making your way slowly into an embryo pose on either side. You can stretch or shrink to get there. You decide. Coming out of a corpse into embryo. Just thinking of the significance of that with our yoga philosophy. Coming out of corpse and into embryo. Remembering our immortality, like a ripe fruit dropping away from the vine. And then imagining yourself a shoot, a new growth, new possibilities. And slowly and gently spiraling your way up to a comfortable seat. Take your time. Head is the last thing that comes up. Finding your asana, your seat. Finding a comfortable seat that will support you for a little bit of pranayama and a 5-minute meditation. So finding a comfortable seat. Just being still for a moment, noticing the effects of the asana on your body, on your breath, and on your mind. And then on your next inhale, letting your eyes flutter open. Good. So reminding ourselves of our 4 breaths, really. The 4 breaths that we use in yoga. One is the uncontrolled breath, our meditative breath, when we're just sitting in that state of complete relaxation and the universe is breathing us. We are being totally nourished by the universe. And the other one are the 3 controlled breaths. Abdominal breath, chest breath, and the yogic breath, which starts at the belly, fills up with a slow, gentle exhalation. Okay. So for a moment, I want us to think about the abdominal breath for just a few rounds. So putting your hands on your belly lightly, thumbs right about your belly button. Exhale and draw the belly to the spine. Use the muscles, then release the muscles and let the breath come in. Exhale, belly to spine. Don't draw it up into the chest, keep it down in the belly. You're letting the diaphragm push down. And release. And contract the muscles. The diaphragm is relaxing as you do that. Let the diaphragm release, contract down, and come back. So you're pushing it into a contraction by letting your belly relax. Again, belly breath, and relax. Good. And then just fall into your natural breath, whatever it may be. Great. Now bring your hands to around your ribs, thumbs right back there. Thumbs right behind you so you can feel the circumference of your ribs. Exhale the breath, keep the belly exhaled and belly in. Belly stays in and inhale into your hands and fingers. Spread side to side, front to back. Exhale. Nothing's going in the belly. Inhale. Diaphragm is contracting side to side, front to back. And exhale. Notice how little the circumference gets and how big it gets. Keep the belly engaged. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. Good. So the breath we're going to do today is skull shining, Kapalabhati. And we often call it a chest breath because it's using the part of your diaphragm down here, right? Your diaphragm, it looks kind of like it's on how my upper body looks here. It's like this. It's a dome, and it contracts and goes out or down, and then it releases and it just kind of hangs there, right? So we're going to do our Kapalabhati right here at the rib area. You're not necessarily pressing in from your belly. If you need to because you don't yet have enough movement or control in the whole diaphragm itself. It's also not high in the chest at all. So we're going to either, and you can do it either way you like. You can take in a full breath, exhale out about 20-30%, and then begin your forced exhale. Or you can just begin by taking in about 75-80% and begin your forced exhale. Okay? Forced exhale followed by a natural inhalation in a rhythmic fashion. Okay? I'm going to do a demonstration, exhaling the breath all the way out, and then I'll have to inhale to start. You might notice that every single forced exhale, I had a natural inhalation. Forced exhale, natural inhalation. So if you need to slow it down more, slow it down more. You want to make sure you get that inhalation. If you've been practicing for a while, learn a little faster, go past me, whatever you need to do. But thinking right now about the third eye, about 3 fingers in, pineal gland, Sayathrasika, thinking about opening up that space by letting the diaphragm tap, 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 clearing the head region, clearing our skull. Let's start with an exhale, breath all the way out. Bring in your inhale, decide how you want to do it. And begin. And relax it. Wherever you did it, just let it go. Notice the head region. Notice the clarity, or not. I did 25, you may do 12, you may do 50, do whatever you need to do. We're going to do one more round. Beginning with our exhale, belly to spine. Inhaling whatever you need into the chest region. Diaphragm spread side to side. Relaxing into it wherever you went, letting it go, soften body, breath, mind. Preparing yourself for meditation. Maybe a slight change in your seat. No big movement, please keep it still. Our meditation this morning will be on the breath itself, keeping it soft, keeping it shallow, your natural breath. You are not controlling it. No pranayama, just you and your natural breath. But I want you to say what it is you're doing in your mind. As you inhale, the universe nourishes me. As you exhale, I nourish the universe. Inhaling, the universe nourishes me. And as you exhale, I nourish the universe. And you can be quick in what you're saying, slow in what you're saying. You can also just tailor it down. Me, universe. Me, universe. Resting your palms softly in your lap or on your legs. I am nourishing the universe. The universe nourishes me. Inhaling, the universe nourishes me. Exhaling, I nourish the universe. The universe nourishes me. I nourish the universe. The universe nourishes me. I nourish the universe. Releasing the mantra. Bringing yourself back into the body, into the breath, into the mind. Bringing the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Any merit we may have earned this morning in our practice, we lift it up to the welfare of all sentient beings. Remembering your intention, remembering your offering, bringing those thoughts fully into your mind. Repeat your Sankalpa 3 times. And then symbolically letting that thought drop down into your heart and from your heart out into the palms of your hands, and then lifting them up, letting them both just go off into the universe, drawing the hands back into the heart. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste. I'll be right there for any questions, comments. Candle wax everywhere. Good. So let me fix it so you can speak. Okay. So let me get to gallery. How is everyone today? So nice to see you. Ah, welcome. Hi. Hi, everyone. It's great. Hi, Ashok. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Lori, nice to have you. Wow. Good morning. Patty,
Good morning.
always nice to see you. Great. Welcome, everyone. So, how are you all this morning? Everybody okay? Thumbs up? Good. Good. Did you like to try and do Vashistasana? How was that for everyone? Shara, I love your hair. You have new color. It looks great. It's so nice to see everyone. So I tried to do it where you had the modification, and I hope that was okay for most people, okay? So I think when you put the leg out like that, it gives you enough strength that you can not drop into that hip down on the floor. That was my hope. So, but I also want us to work on strength, because I am really realizing that we have to really be strong every day, not just accepting. We have to really find our strength, our inner strength, and develop it. So that means physical strength as well. Remember, Babaji said, that this body is our boat to cross the river to enlightenment. And if we have a badly done boat, we need to stop and fix the boat. So I think, getting our boat in better order is always often a challenging thing, but always a very good thing for us to spend our time with. Making sure that we're eating well and sleeping well. And remember, in Ayurveda, you are what you digest, not necessarily what you eat. So make sure we're digesting well, and we're going to the bathroom with regularity, and we're drinking what we need, and we're getting good raw oil, because our body is hydrolipid, not just hydro. So just drinking gallons of water every day is not going to do you any good, and it's overtaxing your kidneys. So pull off that one if that's become a habit, and find yourself some nice relaxing teas, and make sure you get plenty of good oils in your diet at each meal. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, Jean.
What can we do instead of side plank? I have a bad shoulder on one side and a bad wrist on the other. So I might have asked you this before, but I don't remember what you said. I'm sorry.
Well, it's really working on the body itself, you know, like not so much working. I mean, yes, we need a strong shoulder, but it's to make sure that our Tadasana is solid, right? That we have a very solid Tadasana. And so I think any of the poses that require us to have that strong Tadasana, which would be like Ardha Chandrasana would be the one to work on, but with a chair, so that you wouldn't really be. So let me just show you what I'm talking about for a second. So when we're doing side plank, we want our body to be like that, right? That's our side plank. So if to get the same thing, the same effect, or the same effect in the body, Ardha Chandrasana with the chair, which isn't putting, I'm not really putting much weight on that, but I'm looking for the Tadasana there. So whether my shoulder or my wrist, there's not a lot, it's not the weight, but I'm looking for that same line of energy to be able to keep that Tadasana space wherever I physically am.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
And so core work too, because the way that you can keep that Vashistasana and to keep that space is, and both of them, it's the core and it's the leg. The quad has to really be engaged and not locked, and you have to push through that heel. I'm always cueing it like having a Power Ranger sword, those lightsabers, out your heel. Right out the heel, right? Because they're super focused, the saber. And you need your heel to be super focused. Otherwise, you often collapse. Let's see if there's a Hari Om Tat Sat. Vaya, Carla. Gracias tú. Te veo el martes. No, the squat twist would not be okay for a prenatal class. But yes, doing it on toe balance, but not on a squat, right? Not on a squat. And Dr. Shrestha would encourage us not to have them squat. She doesn't want them squatting through the first or second trimester, but that's Dr. Shrestha. She, toe balance is really good for everybody. So twisting from the toe balance, like here. This twist from here, this kind of twist is great for prenatal because it's their belly out and it's great balance and they have both feet on the floor, but not from a squat, not this twist ever.
Okay. Right.
Does that make sense? Good. Okay.
So now I'm finding out 50 years later that I should not have done that in my prenatal class.
Well,
every day.
You can't do it when you get into the third trimester, right? You have your belly's too big and you can't. And that's the only time that squatting is really getting to be something you want to do, like where you want to work the pelvic floor, but you want to do Kegel type of exercises. You really want to work things, but when you squat with all that weight of the baby, it's pushing down on the perineum, so you can't lift through there very well. So you wouldn't want to compromise that at all. Yeah.
Do you want to say hi? Baby wants to say hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, I love your hair. It looks so nice. Can everybody say hi? Isn't she pretty?
Hello.
Hi,
What's her name?
sweetie.
Tell me your name.
¿Cómo se llama ella?
Oh, now she's shy. It's Vivian.
And does she goes by Vivi, right? Do you say Vivi, Shara?
I do.
Okay, yeah, and this is Bigote. This is mustache. Can you see he has a white mustache?
Cute.
He loves to come over when I'm practicing, but he usually doesn't come during class ever. He's just going around me in circles right now, just going all the way around,
Oh, yeah, I'm worried about Kitty.
Yeah, Kitty. It's a great kitty, Vivi. He's about 6 or 7 years. Well, no, he's about 8 years old now. He's not a very young kitty, but he's little. He's very little.
You're 3.
Any questions at all about the practice, about Kapalabhati? Because I know that that often causes a whole lot of questions because people do it all kinds of ways. And I just want you to know it's one more tool in your toolbox. You do not have to do it my way or somebody else's way or anybody's way. You decide what's your way for Kapalabhati. Where do you feel that your head got vacuumed out and just is bright and beautiful, you know? That's what you're looking for, is in your own body, really feeling that space and clarity. Yeah.
So one thing that I didn't know was that when you start Kapalabhati, it's not with 100% inhalation, but a little bit less than that.
Yeah. Because if you do 100%, you don't have anywhere to kind of get that initial space for, you know, you need that movement space. So about 80% in, or go all the way in and let about 20% out. Either way is fine. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to see Manjula from the other side of the world. Yeah.
Hello, Kamalesh.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here. It's very nice to spend time with you all. I just adopted a black and white cat too, Salty, and he looks very similar to yours. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, this one, there were 3 adopted cats. It's a mom and her 2 babies. And they came nursing, and when they went to get fixed, the day they left to get fixed, when they were nursing, even though they were big, long, you know, 12-week-old cats, they would still nurse every once in a while. And the day they went to get fixed and they came home in the evening, she has had nothing to do with them ever since. She doesn't even like them. And that's been 8 years ago now. She tolerates them like that. And Nancy, who's lived here with me, knows exactly what I mean. She just barely tolerates them, right? Like some people with their kids. Every time I think about it, I get tickled about her, because I have an aunt who said something like that to me once. When your kids, because I was away at college when my mom died in a car accident, and I went to my aunt's house from then on from vacation, and she said, you know, there's something about you college kids coming home, about the best we can do is tolerate you. I thought, okay, that's good, fine, just keep tolerating. Okay, well, I'm gonna run into town. Let's see, Laura, okay. Oh, great, you're so welcome, Lori, you're so welcome. Yeah, I'm here every Thursday, and I'm here every Tuesday in Spanish. And my friend Jen, who's down there, is going to start doing a class too, and she's a Mount Madonna teacher. Wave yourself, Jen. There you are. Okay. There she is. She's waving. So Jen also is going to start doing a class, and she'll be posting, and I'll post it, and we'll eventually post it on Mount Madonna's site, so you can have more days in the week that you can practice with us Mount Madonna folks. And don't forget that there's a wonderful meditation class that Tanya does, and Priska has an afternoon yoga therapy class, and then we have a great class on Saturday morning that everybody's participating in, old and new satsang together. It's really nice. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking into teacher training up there, so that's why I found, so I discovered the classes.
Great. Well, we have a YTT that's going to start,
nice.
It may start in August. We think we're going to have to do it virtually through this year and then come back in January. And so it might be virtual through August. I mean, August through December. Yeah. We're working on trying to firm those dates up this week.
Right.
Okay, well, so nice to visit with you. Nice to see you. I look forward to seeing you. Some of you come into my Tuesday class, even if Spanish isn't your first language, and I appreciate seeing you all there. And I'll see you otherwise next week, same time, same place.
Thank you.